The low-voltage state test for Georgia is administered by the Georgia State Fire Marshal, often abbreviated as SFM, and is required for individuals seeking a low-voltage contractor's license in the state. To be eligible, you must firstly be at least 18 years of age, secondly have a high school diploma or its equivalent, and thirdly possess 2 years of verifiable experience in the low-voltage industry. The test itself consists of 50 multiple-choice questions, with 4 answer choices provided for each question. A passing score requires achieving 70%. The test content covers a range of topics including electrical safety, low-voltage wiring and installation, fire alarm systems, security systems, intercom systems, and closed-circuit television, often abbreviated as CCTV, systems. To prepare for the test, the SFM recommends the Low-Voltage Contractor Exam Manual by ICC Exam Services. The test is administered by the SFM at various locations throughout Georgia. The test fee is $60. You can schedule the exam online or by contacting the SFM office. Once you pass the test, you will need to obtain a low-voltage contractor's license from the SFM. The license is valid for 2 years and must be renewed every 2 years. For more information, visit the Georgia State Fire Marshal website. Some who have taken the test have found it to be challenging but fair. The study guide was helpful in preparing for the exam. It has been suggested by others that the test is difficult, but passable with adequate preparation. It is recommended to study the study guide thoroughly and practicing with sample questions before taking the exam. The exam covers several key areas related to low-voltage systems. Firstly, electrical safety is paramount. This includes understanding grounding techniques, overcurrent protection, and safe work practices to prevent electrical shocks and hazards. Familiarize yourself with relevant codes and standards such as the National Electrical Code, often abbreviated as NEC, Article 725 regarding Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 remote control, signaling, and power-limited circuits. Understand the differences between these classes and the appropriate wiring methods for each. Secondly, low-voltage wiring and installation practices are critical. This involves selecting the correct wire gauge for the amperage load, understanding conduit fill requirements, and properly terminating conductors. You should be familiar with different types of cables commonly used in low-voltage systems such as CAT5E, COT6, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. Thirdly, fire alarm systems are a significant component of the exam. This includes knowledge of initiating devices such as smoke detectors, heat detectors, and manual pulse stations, as well as notification appliances such as horns, strobes, and speakers. Understand the different types of fire alarm systems, including conventional, addressable, and wireless systems. Familiarize yourself with NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code. Fourthly, security systems encompass a wide range of technologies, including intrusion detection, access control, and video surveillance. Intrusion detection systems use sensors to detect unauthorized entry, while access control systems restrict access to certain areas based on credentials. Video surveillance systems use cameras to monitor activity and record footage. Fifthly, intercom systems facilitate communication between different locations within a building or facility. These systems can range from simple two-way voice communication to more complex systems that integrate video and door control. Understand the different types of intercom systems and their applications. Finally, closed-circuit television, again abbreviated CCTV, systems are used for surveillance and monitoring purposes. These systems use cameras to capture video footage, which is then transmitted to a central monitoring location. Familiarize yourself with different types of cameras, recording devices, and video management software. In addition to these core content areas, it is essential to understand basic electrical theory, including Ohm's law, which states that voltage equals current times resistance. A solid understanding of these fundamental concepts will help you answer many of the questions on the exam. Review the recommended study guide thoroughly. Pay close attention to the examples and practice problems. If possible, find additional study materials or practice exams to supplement your learning. Before taking the exam, Make sure you are well rested and prepared. I arrive at the testing center early to allow time to check in and get settled. Read each question carefully and choose the best answer. If you are unsure of an answer, eliminate any obviously incorrect choices and then make an educated guess. Remember, the exam requires a 70% passing score, so aim to answer as many questions correctly as possible. By following these tips and preparing thoroughly, you can increase your chances of passing the Georgia Low Voltage State Test and obtaining your low voltage contractor's license. A deeper dive into electrical safety involves understanding grounding and bonding requirements, which are crucial for preventing electrical shock and ensuring equipment operates safely. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, allowing overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses, to trip and de-energize the circuit. Bonding connects all metal parts of the electrical system together, creating a low impedance path for fault current. Familiarize yourself with Article 250 of the NEC, which covers grounding and bonding requirements. Understanding overcurrent protection is also essential. Circuit breakers and fuses are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Select the correct size overcurrent protection device for the circuit based on the ampacity of the conductors. Refer to NEC Table 310.15 for conductor ampacity ratings. Safe work practices are critical when working with electrical systems. Always de-energize circuits before working on them, and use lockout-tagout procedures to prevent accidental re-energization. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, again abbreviated as PPE, such as safety glasses, gloves, and insulated tools. Low voltage wiring and installation practices require careful attention to detail. Selecting the correct wire gauge is essential to ensure that the conductors can safely carry the intended amperage load. The NEC provides tables for determining the ampacity of conductors based on their size and insulation type. Conduit fill requirements limit the number of conductors that can be installed in a conduit. Exceeding the conduit fill limits can cause overheating and damage to the conductors. Properly terminating conductors is also important. Use appropriate connectors and tools to ensure a secure and reliable connection. Common types of cables used in low voltage systems include CAT5E COT6, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. CAT5E and CAT6 cables are used for data transmission in Ethernet networks. Coaxial cable is used for transmitting television signals and other high-frequency signals. Fiber optic cable is used for high-speed data transmission over long distances. Fire alarm systems are designed to detect and alert occupants to a fire. Initiating devices, such as smoke detectors, heat detectors, and manual pull stations, sense the presence of fire and activate the alarm system. Notification appliances, such as horns, strobes, and speakers, provide audible and visual alerts to building occupants. There are different types of fire alarm systems, including conventional, addressable, and wireless systems. Conventional systems use a simple wiring scheme to connect all of the initiating devices and notification appliances to a central control panel. Addressable systems use a more sophisticated wiring scheme that allows each device to be individually identified. Wireless systems use radio frequency technology to communicate between the devices and the control panel. Security systems are designed to protect property and people from unauthorized access and intrusion. Intrusion detection systems use sensors to detect unauthorized entry into a building or area. These sensors can include door and window contacts, motion detectors, and glass break detectors. Access control systems restrict access to certain areas based on credentials such as keycards, PIN codes, or biometric data. Video surveillance systems use cameras to monitor activity and record footage. These systems can be used to deter crime, investigate incidents, and provide evidence in legal proceedings. Intercom systems facilitate communication between different locations within a building or facility. These systems can range from simple two-way voice communication to more complex systems that integrate video and door control. Intercom systems are commonly used in apartments, office buildings, and schools. CCTV systems are used for surveillance and monitoring purposes. These systems use cameras to capture video footage, which is then transmitted to a central monitoring location. CCTV systems are commonly used in retail stores, banks, and other businesses to deter crime and monitor employee activity. In addition to these specific topics, it is important to have a general understanding of electrical theory and NEC requirements. Ohm's law is a fundamental principle of electrical theory that relates voltage, current, and resistance. Voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points. Current is the flow of electrical charge. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of electrical charge. Ohm's law states that voltage equals current times resistance. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations. It covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. Familiarize yourself with the NEC and its requirements. To further enhance your understanding, consider exploring additional resources such as online forums, industry publications, and training courses. These resources can provide valuable insights and help you stay up to date on the latest technologies and best practices. When preparing for the exam, focus on understanding the underlying principles and concepts rather than simply memorizing facts and figures. This will enable you to apply your knowledge to a variety of scenarios and answer questions more effectively. Create a study schedule and stick to it. Break down the material into smaller, manageable chunks and allocate specific time slots for each topic. This will help you stay organized and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Practice with sample questions and quizzes. This will help you identify your strengths and weaknesses and assess your readiness for the exam. Review your answers carefully and try to understand why you got them right or wrong. Consider forming a study group with other individuals who are preparing for the exam. This can provide a supportive and collaborative learning environment. Share your knowledge, ask questions, and discuss challenging topics together. On the day of the exam, arrive early and bring all necessary materials such as identification and pencils. Read each question carefully and take your time to answer it. If you are unsure of an answer, eliminate any obviously incorrect choices and then make an educated guess. Don't spend too much time on any one question. If you are stuck, move on and come back to it later. Review your answers before submitting the exam to ensure that you have answered all of the questions correctly. Remember to stay calm and focused. Take deep breaths and try to relax. Believe in yourself and your ability to succeed. By following these tips and preparing diligently, you can increase your chances of passing the Georgia Low Voltage State Test and achieving your professional goals. The low voltage industry offers a wide range of career opportunities for qualified individuals. With a low voltage contractor's license, you can work as an electrician, installer, technician, or consultant. You can also start your own business and provide low voltage services to residential, commercial, and industrial customers. The demand for low voltage services is growing rapidly, driven by the increasing use of technology in homes and businesses. This makes it a promising field for those who are looking for a challenging and rewarding career. Continuous learning and professional development are essential for success in the low voltage industry. Stay up to date on the latest technologies, codes, and standards. Attend industry events, take training courses, and earn certifications to enhance your skills and knowledge. Network with other professionals in the industry to build relationships and share best practices. The low voltage state test is a significant step towards becoming a licensed low voltage contractor. The license validates expertise in installing and maintaining various systems and technologies. As technology continues to evolve, the demand for skilled professionals will continue to grow. Whether you are interested in installing security systems, setting up home automation, or working on commercial projects, a solid understanding of low voltage principles is essential. The test covers a comprehensive range of topics, so thorough preparation is the key to success. Utilize all available resources, stay focused, and approach the exam with confidence. Good luck!